Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a collective reading for this new moon in Libra. I know it's been a while since I've done new readings, and although I'm doing other things behind the scenes, as I'm going to show you just in a few seconds, I have decided to do this collective reading with my old collective deck, let's say, which is the combined deck of tarot cards and astrological oracle cards. Just because since I posted that video talking about my idea to do this limited version of my own deck, of this deck, right? A handmade version of it, I have been working on creating a sample of it. So this is what I've been doing in the background behind the scenes. And in the creation of this new deck, which I'm still getting familiar with, so that's the reason, first of all, that I decided not to do this reading. I asked, in fact, the deck if it was ready to do a reading for you, but it wasn't quite ready because I feel like I need to be a little bit more familiar to the energy. Although, you know, most of the cards are the same ones as this deck, because this came first, and you can see that, you know, the image on the back is different, and I do feel like this deck asked me to be a little bit different than the first one, because it wants to be this self-actualized version of the deck, of both the tarot and the astrological oracle deck. In fact, when I was creating it, when I was designing it on the computer, it asked me to create new cards. So this deck, although it's slimmer just because of the thickness of the card, it has more cards than the original one. So there is this blank card, which I want to record a video just talking about this one, because this is in fact the way that I feel like it's going to be your own personal deck. It's like this is the doorway to transform this deck into your own deck. And then there is Cosmos, and then there is Chericlo, and let me leave this for last. And then there is Arcturus, which is not in the original one. And then there is Chaos, which is connected with the Cosmos card. Let me show you. See? They are like this pair, right? And I feel like I'm going to record a message just showing these new cards because they are, you know, very beautiful and very potent. There's also Karma Dharma, and with this symbol that is also very, very significant that I've seen in a dream, and it wanted to be this card. And then there is the Light Body / Rainbow Bridge card, which is in itself, it's like this multi-dimensional, multifaceted card that I don't even know if I have the words actually to express the energy of this card. So that's the reason also why I feel like I have to get used to these new cards, this new deck. In fact, the other card that actually asked me to be this time around facing you, not just in the background, right, but also here as like this one entity, is the she-wolf, the mage she-wolf, which is the name actually of the original deck in Portuguese, which is Loba Maga. And I feel like it deserves also a video of its own just for me to explain these new cards. But I just wanted to show you because, you know, I've been very, very quiet and working behind the scenes, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update since I posted that video. And, you know, again, just thank you so much for all the feedback that I've received, the emails and the comments. It was just so overwhelming, to be honest, but it was like this good sense of overwhelm, like this sense of beauty and yeah, just understanding that this is the way to go. And I feel like it just requires a little bit more time to gestate this new project, this new deck, and just getting used to this new language that wants to be a little bit more archetypal, or at least clear in my mind. So that's the reason why, I sat down with those cards to ask whether or not it was time for me to pull a reading from it. But it isn't quite the time. I feel like, we just had the new moon in Libra together with the superior conjunction between the Earth, the Moon, the Sun, and 3A Atlas yesterday. And so it's still very fresh, this incubation, this gestation, this sowing phase that we're in. So that's the reason why I wanted to stick with, the old familiar collective deck for this reading. In fact, I didn't even know if there was going to be a reading at all. I just sat down and I asked the cards, and actually I asked, like, if one particular card came through, I knew that it was not meant to be, but it wasn't that card. So here we go. There is a message for the collective for this new moon in Libra. And I feel like it has to do with being with oneself, being cradled in your own arms, feeling like you want to be embraced by the universe, but most of all by Earth, by this very nourishing energy that it's like it's just it's like it's involving you in this sense of beauty, but also happiness and a sense of reunion. And I feel like this is all you with you. It's like it's almost like your higher self cradling you, because there is this restlessness, there is this discomfort with being with your own self, with being with your own company. And as I mentioned in that video that I posted last week, I can relate to this because I've been going through this, phase of integration since my birthday, actually, where I do feel like we've been all asked to hold like this higher version of ourselves, this upgraded, this updated version of ourselves that's still in gestation, just like this new deck. And it's almost like we're still in the womb. We're still, I've been watching a lot of Kelly Kolodny's videos talking about the womb space, the womb archetype, the womb code. And I feel like this is it. It's like, but we're being asked to trust in the things that we cannot see, but what we can feel that is missing. There is kind of like this missing piece, and I feel like this missing piece is this internal state of inner peace. It's like this sense that we can trust what we cannot see, but we can feel that it's missing. So let me start showing the cards because I feel like it's going to be easier. So we begin actually with two cards. Both of them came together. They turned together, and being two fives, they're just talking about the self, right? It started with the Five of Wands and then the Five of Cups. So I do feel like there is this sense of restlessness in you, in your internal space. It's like in your inner waters, there is this fire that is heating up things. It's like this discomfort of being with yourself. It's almost like maybe you're feeling like this internal heat, right? It's like when you tune in with your heart, or when you tune in with your it's like this inner consciousness. It's like you can feel the heat. There's something about the heat, right, with the Five of Wands that is creating this discomfort, or it's creating some sort of it's like this maybe it's not uncomfortable for you, but it's just wanting to move, right? It's wanting to stir the waters, the inner waters. So it's almost like trying to sit down to meditate, but there is this agitation, this heat right? And I feel like all you want with the Empress coming here as the cradle for the first time ever. I've never seen this card as a cradle, but for some reason it's showing me hands like this, right? It's like you are, maybe it's you praying to be held, right? It's like, being cradled by the hands of God. But I want to say that most of all, being the Empress, such an organic and close to earth type of energy. I feel like it's almost like being cradled by the earth, being cradled by the energy of Gaia, of Mother Earth. So being in the hands of the earth. So, and what I'm just here right now is like being in a sanctuary where you feel held by nature. So it's almost like you want to be surrounded by a place that you feel like you are nourished there. And you feel like, because of the Four of Wands, it's interesting because it's like it's removing something, right? So this is the missing piece also that right now I'm just starting to connect dots. But it's like there is something that is creating this agitation, that is stirring the pot, that is stirring your inner waters. And it's like perhaps it's like it's a part of you that you think makes you, right? Because to me, the fives, they symbolize self. But the Four of Wands here is talking about wanting to be cradled in a place that you feel like you can relax, like you can feel the stability, the safety of this place. Because also the Four of Wands talks about reunion and happiness. This is the energy that I feel like is embracing you with. It's like it's coming, and it's like it's giving you this hug, this warm hug that makes you happy, that makes you feel like you are reuniting with the sense of maybe your natural self, right? Your natural version. It's like the piece of you that is not agitated. It's not it's like it's not missing anything. It's like it's just there, or it's not adding things that are creating this restlessness. So there's something that that can provide you the sense of reunion with self, reunion with your stability most of all. Because it's like here you are trying to be with you, but something inside of you is telling you that the way that you're going to find this internal peace, this internal stability most of all, the sense of joy and happiness, and the sense of, being your natural self, this is when you are with nature. And there's something that you are not seeing exactly how it works. It's like the Magician here is talking about the blindfold. Actually, it's talking about something that is coming and bringing the darkness, or it's bringing the it's like it's actually creating like this lullaby, to be honest. It's like here you are in this natural cradle, this natural nest, let's say, right, of the earth, of nature, that is providing you this sense of happiness and reunion. And then it's like here the night comes. This is the reason why I feel like this Magician is wanting to bring you some sort of it's like it's wanting you to forget something, because here there is this excessive effort. It's like you're trying too hard to meditate and be with yourself, right? It's like you're trying too hard to soften the internal conflict, the internal agitation. But here comes this magic of the universe, the mystery of the universe, and puts you to sleep. And it's funny because, it's reminding me of the dream that I had last night, where I was being given this task by this very giant, enormous creature that I couldn't see the face of. And it felt like I was in like this school of life, right? This university of life, actually. It felt more like this environment of a university. So, and it was like this private lesson for me, that I was being shown how to reach for something that was out of my reach. And, there was like this staircase that led me there. So this guide, this teacher was showing me this image, and then the steps were pushed back. So I had to figure out a way how to pull forth again the staircase so that I could reach this thing. And somehow I couldn't. And so I was dropped into forgetfulness, because if I remembered how it was done, I was not going to learn the right way. So I feel like this is how the magician is showing up today for the collective. It's like maybe this is the veil, right? Dropping into us, right? It's like if we're talking about this birthing or this cradling, this nest that is, it's like it's just serving as like this nourishing womb, right? This womb space, so that we can feel like we are being embraced by the mother, let's say, right? Mother Gaia. It's like here comes the night, here comes the dream space, here comes the forgetfulness. And when we wake up, something is missing with the Three of Wands. So when we go to sleep, it's like before we sleep, before this veil is dropped and, you know, the darkness comes, it's like we feel like we are, it's almost like we're slowly dropping something that was creating the agitation, the internal conflict. But when we wake up, it's like something that was stable, the happiness that was stable, right? It's almost like being in this state of happiness and fulfillment and beauty and embrace, right? And nourishment. It's like, but you know, without ever changing. It's like just being there forever, right? Suddenly we are, it's like we wake up and we are in a different space of movement and dynamic energy. It's like this is, you know, something went missing. It's like, and when we wake up, we can't remember what it was. So it's almost like, you know, trying to remember a piece of the dream, just like I was trying to remember how, you know, to pull forth the staircase back so that I could reach something that I wanted. And then suddenly it's like it's out of grasp. It's like I can't remember, I can't pull it in, right? But if we think of the Three of Wands traditionally, it is the piece that is just out of sight. It's like we can just see like this silhouette like out in the horizon, right? And it's just starting to come through. And it's funny because the next card, it's another four. So now we have this lineup of the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups, which is, you know, just one step removed from the fives that we initiated, that we started this reading with. So it's like here, after we wake up with the feeling that something is missing, but also how this creates movement, how this creates this dynamic energy that wants to move us, wants to, you know, push us forward. It's like we are being indicated the way back to our emotional stability. So the difference between the Four of Wands and the Four of Cups is that this is the peace and serenity in terms of our inner waters. This is in terms of our energetic body. So when we feel like we are being nourished, right, it's like there is this sense of fulfillment and happiness and reunion, most of all, reunion with the mother, with the womb, right? But then as soon as we forget what happened, it's like what caused this severing between us and the mother, it's like we are back in co-creation mode, because this is what the three is representative to me. So there is this, it's like there is this push in terms of, you know, the magician drops the veil, plays this trick, this magic trick in us, and we wake up with the sense that there is something missing, that we miss this reunion, this desire to be happy again, or to feel this fulfillment, to, you know, be together and reunited with the mother, with nature, with our internal nature. And then as soon as we realize that we have the capacity to co-create this stability, but starting from our emotions, so stabilizing our own emotions, right? It's like not stirring these waters, but rather just floating over it, right? It's like I'm seeing like this, image of a person just floating on the surface of the water and it being so calm that suddenly something opens up. And we finish this part actually here with the North Node, which is this opening of this magical portal. In fact, the North Node is right underneath the Magician. So I feel like there's something that the Magician is creating when we are very serene. It's like, you know, when we are so surrendered, when we are about to fall asleep, it's like we're not resisting anything. We just fall into sleep. This is the perfect place. This is the emotional stability that I feel like it's going to enable us to open up this portal. Or it's not even us. It's like, it's not us that is doing it, but really it's like this match. It's like I'm seeing this matching, right? But it's like this liminal space, because somehow it's like the Empress is the earthy version of this portal, and then when we are here in this cradle, it's almost like the heavens or the universe or the mysteries of the unknown, it's like they come matching our vibration. It's almost like this latching on, this perfect match, right? I hope you can see it. And then with the card at the bottom of the deck, which is the Ace of Pentacles, I suddenly saw this as a cricket move. You know, the game cricket. And, you know, I'm not familiar with that game at all. I've never played it, but I've seen in movies, right? And it's like, it feels like the arch where you have to pass the ball through, right? And so I feel like this is almost like, it's like scoring a goal. It's like the universe is wanting to score a goal, especially because the Ace of Pentacles is the only pentacle card. All of the rest, you know, are either, you know, the North Node or the Empress or the Magician, or Wands and Cups cards. So I do feel like this is all this inner state of being, right? Either with your emotions or with your energy or with your inner fire, right? So either the fire or the water, and how the spirit is like this, it's almost like this remembrance of how to co-create something in the physical when you feel like you are ready. It's like, it's almost like this matching of the physical in its highest state of surrender, right, of union with Mother Earth, and it's like the wisdom of the universe that is able to create. It's almost like the architects of reality, right? The architects of the universe. How life on Earth is created. It's almost like I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles as like this updated, upgraded DNA type of new cell of the body, right? It's like this is the golden cell that is like it's going straight through this portal. So yeah, I don't know. It's almost like I fell again into the oblivious darkness, like this. I don't know. So because of that, I am going to pull more cards to see where this wants to go next. I just want to say that it's like, if the reading started with restlessness, I do feel like the energy calms down, right? It's like it's wanting to anchor, right? It's like it's this anchoring down. And for that, there is this requirement, let's say, which is emotional stability. And we can do that. It's like, it's almost like the thing that is missing is exactly what makes us create this possibility of finding emotional stability again. And that is exactly what the divine wants us to be in. It's like, this is how they score their goal here in this physical plane, right? And it's not something simple, but it's almost like that's the reason why there are mysteries that we're not supposed to know, right? That's the reason why we fall asleep and we fall into that dream space that we can't quite figure out what it was, the piece that we came back without, right? That piece that was missing. So yeah, I'm actually very, very curious to see what's going to come through in the extended. So I am going to pull more cards for the extended as well as the astrological runes over there. So if you want to join me, I'll be very happy to see you. I'm going to leave the link for that down below. It's only on my website that is going to be available, this new extended reading, okay? So I'll see you there, or I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.